Hey guys, it's Malonb, your Malonb from Facebook and malonshop.com, and I'm here to do my cast of fruit update video. I have quite a few things, so hopefully this video is not too long. Let me start off with the amigurumis. This one is actually an old one, but I finished finally the nostrils. If you guys remember, I made a horse. And it's supposed to look like a character from the Legend of Zelda games. I had it done quite a while ago. I recently added the nostrils. I don't know if I like it on this one. The size wise for the nostrils, I tried to follow the pattern or the pictures they have in the pattern. And the pattern came from a book. I think it's called something like Amigurumi Treasure Chest or Treasure Box. I'm gonna have more information on my blog, so go check it out. The link should be down below somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I finished this a while ago. I don't know how I feel about the nostrils on this one. I did finish a version 2. Again, this is supposed to resemble Epona from the Legend of Zelda games. I think this one came out a lot cuter with the nostrils, probably because the snout is a different color. So just to compare. And for the version 2, I also kind of edited the pattern a little bit to make the head a little smaller. As you can see, the first one is pretty large. The rest of the pattern is basically the same, except maybe I did one row less on the legs, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. Again, the head is quite big on this one. At least it turned out for me that way whenever I made it, for whatever reason. So, and the only thing I did not add here is a saddle like I did on this one. I don't know if I will. It looks kind of cute, so maybe I will. But anyway, I got done with these, and I will be listing these on my Etsy shop eventually, but as you guys know, I'm pretty lazy and bad about doing that. I haven't listed anything new in probably months, so that's kind of sad. The next one I finished is another amigurumi based on a game, and what I was going to do, that kind of brings me to my whole gaming thing. What I've been trying to do in the last couple of years is at least try to finish one game a month kind of thing, and this year has been pretty bad relating to that. I only did 2 games so far, and it's already October, so, but I mean, no rush, just like a, you know, an idea kind of thing, or a goal that if I reach it, that's great, but if I do not, then I do not. Anyway, the first game I beat was Pikmin 3, and I'm going to show you my project for that in a little bit because it's a work in progress. Oh yeah, about the games, I decided to make an item, whatever it may be, relating to a game that I beat, sort of kind of like a remembrance or homage kind of thing. But yeah, the Pikmin one, I'm going to show you in a little bit, and this is from Ni no Kuni. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I will be writing the name down here below, but this is a character from it, and I made up the pattern. I did find one pattern they had, I think, on the blog. I don't know if it was Ravelry or not, but I did decide to make it on my own. And the cape is removable, but I'm not gonna remove it right now. But anyway, there's a character. I'll be posting a picture up here for those of you who do not know who this is supposed to be. And the only thing I did not finish actually is the eyes. I glued on the white part. These are just pins, like the little black thing there. It's just pins. I did not have time to actually go in and make the black little dots for the eyes, which I usually do with fabric paints. So I do have to finish that one detail. But otherwise it is complete, and I'm kind of debating if I'm going to do the sword and the shield. Maybe I will. But anyway, this is my one amigurumi relating to a game I beat this year. So the game was pretty good. And I think my favorite part of this one is the feet. I don't know if you can see that, but that's probably my favorite part of this one. And I probably will be making more versions of this because this one is kind of a little tall kind of thing, but we'll see. I did have a couple of other finished objects. Let me get into the hats, because I made a cowl that was it started off as a hat, but I made it into a cowl because it was just too big. The first hat I made is this cute baby hat. And this is a free pattern I found on Ravelry, I believe. The pattern itself comes with two different patterns in one kind of thing. So there's two different styles of hats you can make from that. This is the first one. I think I have it here for you. It's called Two Lace Baby Hats, and it's by stitcheryprojects.com. I probably will be, I don't know if I'll remember, I will link it down in the description. Otherwise, the information will be in my blog. But that is the pattern. Obviously, I made the first one here. So this is what mine looks like. And I think I had the label of what I made it with. I don't know where it is, but I made, this yarn was the one I used last time as well. It's the one I got from Mel. Again, thanks Mel, this yarn is pretty awesome. I have a little bit left, so I'll see what I do with it. The next hat I made is that seed stitch slouch hat. Seed slouch hat. It's also a free pattern. It looks like this. I did go by the pattern. Mine ended up looking like this. And it's actually a pretty nice fit. I thought it was going to be too big, but it's a pretty nice fit. I didn't block it, so because it's ribbing up here, sometimes it can look a little wonky until you wear it, of course, because then it fills out on the shape of your head. But it looks like that. And this actually also was some yarn I got from Mel. I have this much left. I'm definitely going to use it for probably maybe a cowl or another hat. But this one actually started off with a seed stitch, and I was gonna say this is actually my second try making a hat. My first try I used Red Heart Super Shaver. This is some UK brand. Not, again, I don't have the label here, but it is not Red Heart, and this one again turned out pretty nice size. The first one I made, I used Red Heart Super Shaver, and it was just too huge, like really too huge. So I was not gonna be making a hat with that. So I just decided to make it into a cowl, which ended up looking like this. And you can see how huge that is. That in no way would fit anybody's head, I think. So I just did some seed stitch. I did some ribbing and some seed stitch again in the bottom. I thought it made a pretty nice cowl. I like the colorway. I don't know what it is, but again, this is Red Heart Super Shaver, and this is just a tight cowl. You would just slip it on, and it would sit nicely on your neck, I guess. I did try it on, so it is pretty nice. I did make a couple of other cowls in the same sort of style. This is the next one I made, and this is a lot more stretchy because this is a wool blend. Actually, I think this is all like a wool yarn in general. I don't know where my label is. This was a partial skein I had left, but I'm pretty sure this is a wool yarn. It's just ribbing, and I don't know if you can even see it, but every now and then I did like a cabling effect on it. But because of the colors, again, you probably can't see it all that well. But they're there. I also like this a lot. I probably will be keeping this one actually. And I made one other cowl. I know I showed this to you guys, I think last time, or maybe I showed you the yarn last time. That yarn that I dyed in like a gradient green from black. And I told you guys I was making a cowl or something. I did end up making one. This one is actually really similar to the last one. And for this one, I held the yarn double, so it ended up looking like this. I have not sewn in the ends yet because one, I have not washed it, have not blocked it. I am actually still debating if I want to over dye it. I told you guys that I don't know if I wanted to over dye it or not with like a blue color, so it ends up being like a bluish green. I don't know how much I like it like this. Kind of reminds me again of chocolate chip ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream, and that's alright, but again, I don't know if it's an actual color I would wear. Maybe, I think I probably will over dye it sometime, but again, I just haven't sewn in the ends because I haven't done that yet. This is also made a pattern. It's long enough to have it twice around your neck. And the same kind of concept, just ribbing, and every now and then I did some, gosh, I forgot the name of that, but you guys know what I mean. Or some cabling, there you go, in the ribbing. So that's pretty much it. I finished that. Now I did finish one baby blanket, and this will be for Kim's. Again, I'm so sorry I keep forgetting your name, but you know who you are. You are collecting baby blankets for your local hospital. I did end up making one more, and it looks like this. It's just like a granny square blanket, but granny square stripes. I don't know what you would call it, but that is what it looks like. And this is made with, it's not Red Heart. It is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and actually I like it a lot. So now what else did I finish? I do have a couple of fiber stuff, or let me just show it to you guys. I showed it to you last time. The only difference now is that I washed them and they are ready to use, or to ball up, or to make into a cake and use. I did write down the details for these actually. This one is more of a, it's between an Aran and bulky weight, and I got 273 yards on this one. No, I'm sorry, this one is actually more between a sports and fingering weight, and it is 4 ounces of fiber. Again, 273 yards, and this one actually is 1.8 ounces. What I got was 74 yards, and this one is between Aran and bulky, probably more on the bulky side, because there are a lot of, you know, thick and thin, especially I would say thick all throughout, so it's probably more of a bulky. And this is a 1-ply, which was easy to do. It's actually my favorite for these kind of yarns, because the colors in it itself makes it look like it may be plied, but it's not. So this is one of my favorites. I'm pretty sure this will maybe be a similar cowl, because I like the color and I would actually wear this color, so I like that a lot. I have been working on, actually I finished spinning this one on my giant spindle. And I do have a picture of the fiber before I spinned it, so I will be posting that up here. Now for that one, the fiber actually came together, the colors were matched together. It was a long piece of fiber, but they weren't brushed together, if that makes sense. You can still pull them apart somewhat, so that's what I ended up doing. I pulled the colors apart as much as possible, put them in little sections of their own. There were a couple of sections there where the colors were too mixed in to pull apart, so I just left them like that. And I tried to do a grading effect, so I did from, you know, like red to, you know, a mix of pink and red, to just pink, to a mix of the lighter pink and red, or whatever. You guys know what I mean? I actually just finished it this morning, or spinning it. I finished spinning it this morning, and we'll be leaving it for a couple of days here. So probably by the weekend I'll ball it up into a cake and do something else with it, or at least show you guys. I think the colors will really show up then if I make it into a cake, so that'll be fun to see. Let me see what else I finished. I got the baby hat, the blanket, the cowls. Oh, the vest, yes. I know I made a video, a mail time video my last one was a mail time video. I did get more yarn to finish this, so this is finally complete. My vest, or top, it looks like that. Pretty excited about that. I finally got to a length I like in the bottom here. I needed maybe probably like 3 rows of this that I needed some yarn for, so pretty excited it's completed. I'm just not wearing it today because it's a little bit hot actually, so but I will be wearing this. It is pretty warm. That is Lime Brand's Wool Ease yarn, worsted, and the color I got, or I used, was violet, I think. Now my works in progress, I only have a couple actually. yeah, I only have a couple. This one is somewhat work in progress because I just have to ball it up and use it, or wash it and then use it. My other work in progress is the Pikmin pillow. I showed you guys. Again, if you follow me on Instagram or you like my Facebook page, you have already somewhat seen this. At least you've seen the chart that I used for it. So in the colors I had ready to use for it. But I have it almost completed. It looks like this. And again, if you guys are not familiar with Pikmin, I will be posting a picture up here of what the little characters look like. But yeah, these are supposed to resemble 3 of the main small characters that are in the game. There are more than 3, of course. I just made some flowers on top. Again, you would get the connection if you are familiar with the game. On the side here, just made a couple of hearts so the space wouldn't be so empty. But that's what it looks like. And I'm actually just need to finish the single crochet border around, and then that would be it. Just block it and put the backing, or finish it up with the backing, and that is it. This will be a decorative pillow. And those of you guys who are curious to see my back, or the back of this, it is pretty bad. If you guys are thinking of making a blanket with Tunisian crochet, especially with this stitch, this is simple stitch, aka Afghan stitch, and if you're planning to use a lot of colors, I don't know if I would suggest that because the back is pretty ugly. Even if you try to be careful with the color changes, I don't know if you can even make it somewhat nice to look at. Maybe if you're going to back your blanket with something, but I personally would not really go with making a blanket with simple stitch. But since this is a pillow, nobody will ever see the back. I don't really have to worry about it. But that is almost complete. And I only have one other work in progress that I haven't gone too far into yet. But this is I think it's a shawl. Let me see what they call it. This is also a free pattern. Do they even have a name for this one? Let me see. This one is called, oh no, I don't know what the name is of it. I just printed it out. It is a free pattern from the Michaels website. I just wrote a note here saying free Michaels Canada website. I'm sure it's on Ravelry if anything. And this one is made with loops and threads yarn, so of course it would be a Michaels pattern since that is their brand. But anyway, it looks like this. I don't know if you can even see how that looks, but I got through the second repeat of the pattern. It is a pretty basic pattern repeat kind of pattern for this one. It looks like that. It's pretty lacy, and again, if you can't really see it, I'm sorry guys, but that is what it looks like. And I am using a purple for this. I don't know the actual name of it. I just know it's a purple color, and I am using the Loops and Threads brand. I'm using some repurposed yarn from a project that I frogged, unfortunately. And that is actually the only other work in progress I have right now. I do plan on making a couple more hats, but I have not started yet. And I have been thinking about my next sweater, but again, just have not done anything with that yet. I did want to tell you guys about my experience. Oh, and I do have a mini haul to show you guys that I got from there. But I went to visit one of my local yarn shops to try out spinning wheels. I posted a couple of posts on Ravelry. There are a few people that live around my area, and they suggested I go to check this one place out, which I did. The place itself was pretty small. It was a pretty nice store. They actually did have quite a few spinning wheels to try out. I got to try one finally, and it kind of went. It wasn't the best experience, honestly. Not because of anybody there specifically, but mainly because I just was so bad at it. I don't have any coordination, I guess. So the spinning wheel I tried was a double throttle where you use both feet, you know, to push the throttles and to make the spinning wheel actually spin. So the first thing that kind of bothered me was that the only space I had for you to try it out was in the middle of the store. I don't know if most of the stores, the LYS stores, have like an area where people can sit down and work on projects kind of thing. And for this store, that was in the middle of the store, really. And there were a couple of people sitting there working on their projects, which again is nothing bad. But that was the only place where they could set up a spinning wheel so I can try it out. And again, not bad. I don't mind trying stuff out in front of others, you know, that kind of thing. But what bothered me was that, one, I had to take my shoes off. And I don't know if that's normal. Again, I have never tried one before. And the second thing was that there were people there. I'm such a newbie at it, of course. I have never tried one before. And the fact that I was so bad at it, and it wasn't helped by the other people, the couple of people that were sitting on the table, and also they had some customers coming in and out. It's like they have never seen a spinning wheel before. So apart from me failing at actually spinning anything, you know, having others come look at it, at the same time look at me, maybe expecting to see somebody actually spin on it, which was not what I was doing. So that was not the best experience. The store itself was pretty nice. They do have quite a variety. I did end up getting a couple of things from there. So again, let me just grab that in a little bit and I'll show it to you guys. Oh, see, and I almost forgot. Let me just show you guys what I got from the yarn shop. I only got a couple of things. I got one more spindle. I actually found the same kind that I already have, the Luettes. And I don't know what the name of it was, but I got one more of these, the same kind that I already had, because I actually like these a lot. And I got some fiber. This is so awesome. It is some alpaca roving. This is 70% alpaca and 30% merino wool. It is so soft and it's pretty much ready to spin. So just really excited to work with that. Really excited to work with that. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.